I travel a lot for work. It's usually boring: airports, rental cars, cheap hotels, and long meetings. But last October, something happened that I still can't explain, and I've never felt safe in a hotel room since. I had a 2-day conference in a small town in Pennsylvania. All the good hotels were booked by the time my assistant handled the travel arrangements. So she reserved me a room in this budget place off the interstate. Just 3 stories with peeling yellow paint and a blinking neon sign that barely said motel. It looked sketchy, but I was exhausted and didn't want to drive around. I checked in around 9 p.m. The front desk clerk was an older woman with thick glasses and a raspy voice. She barely looked up when I walked in. Room 213. Second floor. Key card didn't work at first, which should have been a red flag, but eventually I got in. The room was fine. Dim lighting, outdated carpet, cheap furniture, and a weird stale smell I couldn't place. But the bed was clean, and the bathroom had hot water. I was too tired to complain. I ordered some fast food, showered, and laid in bed watching some true crime documentary with the volume low. I remember checking the Peephole before I went to sleep, something I always do out of habit. The hallway was empty, dimly lit by flickering fluorescence. I locked the door, set the deadbolt, and passed out. It must have been around 2:30 a.m. when I woke up. Something felt off. I wasn't sure if it was a dream or if I'd heard something, but my eyes snapped open. The room was silent, but I had this horrible feeling like someone had just left or was still there. I sat up slowly. The TV was off. I don't remember turning it off. The hallway light under the door looked dimmer than before. That's when I saw a shadow pass across it, like feet, slow and silent. My heart started racing. I waited, listening. No footsteps, no voices, nothing. I got out of bed and tiptoed toward the door. I thought maybe someone was standing there, maybe a drunk guest lost trying to find their room. I didn't want to open the door, but I wanted to look through the peephole. That's when I realized something chilling. The peephole didn't reflect light like it had earlier. It looked dark, not like the hallway was dark, but like something was covering it. I leaned in closer, and then, I swear to God, I saw it. An eye, not mine, someone else's. Looking in, for a second, I thought maybe it was a trick of the light. But no, it was real. I saw eyelashes. I saw the whites of the eyes shift and blink. Someone was watching me from the other side of the peephole. But that's impossible, right? The peephole is designed to let the person inside the room look out, not the other way around. I froze. My breath caught in my throat. The eyes slowly moved away, like the person realized I'd seen them. I took 2 steps back. My hands were shaking. I didn't know what to do. Call the front desk? Call the police? Open the door and risk seeing whoever was out there? I decided to wait. I turned off all the lights in the room and sat on the edge of the bed, listening. I heard nothing. Then, maybe 5 minutes later, there was a sound. A soft knock. Not on the door, but on the wall. The wall to the left of the door where the closet was. 3 slow knocks. I was paralyzed. The closet. It was one of those old sliding door types with no lock. I hadn't looked inside when I arrived. Why would I? It was a cheap motel. I only had 1 suitcase. I stood slowly and moved toward it. I gripped the closet handle and yanked it open. Empty. Just a dusty shelf and a single clothes hanger. Nothing else. I backed away. The hallway. The eye. The knock. I was unraveling. I called the front desk. The woman answered like she'd just woken up. I told her someone was outside my room, or trying to get in, and that I needed help. There was silence on the line for a second. Then she said, "You're in 213? "Yes," I said. "That room's supposed to be vacant." I swear I felt my blood turn cold. "What?" "Let me call the manager," she said and hung up. No one came. I packed up my bag in 2 minutes flat and left the room, keeping the chain lock dangling just in case. The hallway was empty. But when I looked back at the door one last time, I noticed something I hadn't before. The peephole. It looked odd from the outside, like it had been tampered with. I got in my car and drove 2 hours to the nearest bigger town and slept in a 24-hour diner parking lot until morning. Later, I looked up that motel. It closed 2 months after my visit. There were rumors online of hidden cameras, reverse peepholes, and missing persons reports. I'll never know what was really going on that night, but I know someone was watching me from inside the door, and I will never again stay in a hotel without checking the peephole.